Milo Rambaldi. Artist, philosopher, alchemist. His is a 16th century voice that speaks to our own modern world. A man on a technological crusade for the divine. Join us as we uncover the legend of Rambaldi. Born in 1444 in the sleepy town of Parma, Italy, Milo Giacomo Rambaldi was abandoned at birth on the doorstep of a Vespertine monastery. The monks soon realized that the precocious child was unsuited to monastic life. He became an artist's apprentice. Rambaldi's genius soon emerged and came to the attention of Cardinal Borgia, who made the prodigy his chief engineer, personal architect, and prophet. There was no limit to Rambaldi's genius. His inventions included communication devices, advanced theories of protein engineering, and life extension elixirs. Over the following decade, Rambaldi developed his theoretical philosophies into devices that would shape...
Carrie, honey, listen, I'm into something really huge right now, okay?
No, Marshall, it's Rachel. Transmission's coming in early.
Oh, okay. Give me a sec. The idea was, originally in the pilot, was I wanted to incorporate something that was the MacGuffin, the thing that Sidney was going after. The Rambaldi element was something that allowed it to be larger than life and gave it a seemingly endless and unique series of objectives and obstacles, so that the stuff that they were accumulating over time were these artifacts that were part of some larger scheme.
Whoever made our artifacts, the prop designers and people that came up with these things, they are incredible, and I wonder who's going to get them.
We're here in the Rambaldi storage. Obviously, there's other storage here, but this is like the coveted Rambaldi artifacts. The Smithsonian of Rambaldi here behind me.
My favorite Rambaldi artifact. Well, see, now I'm really going to have to go back in the trenches for this one because I wasn't really around. But I mean, I do remember the reveal on, what was it, page 42 or whatever it is, 47. Page 47, yes. I do remember the reveal on page 47. Guys, who's Rambaldi?
Milo Rambaldi was a 15th century visionary with an uncanny ability to predict the future. His designs have prophesied everything from binary code to nuclear weaponry to...
Is that Sidney?
Probably the most famous Rambaldi drawing was the one that Sidney found of herself, or one that actually looked like herself. This is just a sketch. JJ wanted a lot of these drawings to be like Da Vinci, so we just hand-aged all of this stuff to make it look the way it does now.
My most favorite artifacts, the Rambaldi artifacts, is the clock, because it came about really quick. We had no time to build it.
The clock was built from one of his designs.
This symbol on the front, what does it mean?
The Magnific Order of Rambaldi.
This is the first Rambaldi artifact that we built. At the time, 4 years ago, it cost $10,000 to build this thing, which was pretty much my whole budget. But again, it was Rambaldi, everybody was excited about it, and I promised them that it was going to look great. So I had a lot of pressure.
We've had many more late nights in tunnels downtown on Saturday in Los Angeles because of Rambaldi. So, I wish I could say it on TV, but since this is going to be edited, Rambaldi.
My favorite Rambaldi artifact that we built was the old Sphere of Life, only because no one ever got to see it.
So the Sphere of Life came about in season 3, where they wanted this ball that ended the season. And so I created this and with this great liquid in it, and it was really beautiful. But then, of course, they changed their mind after I had it built, and we never used it. So it went back on the shelf. And then in season 4, towards the end of the season, it came back, and they wanted something different than the one I had built. So I created this in this really cool box, which, again, opens in a unique way. There. And this is it. It's a beautiful piece.
What started as this very simple, all that matters is that it gets the characters running and jumping and grabbing and fighting for stuff, turned into this really sort of deep, philosophical, underpinning for the entire series.
So that's it. It's the horizon, isn't it?
You've never seen Rambaldi for what he is. Rambaldi has life, Sydney.
I think it's purely a religious and spiritual experience. One's passion and one's soul absorbs the beauty and the splendor of a genius.
I think JJ's Rambaldi. I think, someday we're going to find out that JJ's really like 500 years old and he's been pulling the little strings all these years.
That question of who is Rambaldi and what does he mean, the details of who Rambaldi was and what he was doing, though I think cool and fascinating and ultimately answered in the series, were far less important than what Rambaldi did to motivate our characters and to tell our story.
It's odd. Hiding information inside works of art.
The vial of liquid.
Page 47 of circumference.
The circumference.
What is the circumference? Music box.
Flower.
The Durango heart.
The passenger.
We must acquire this object.
Rambaldi promised him he would live an impossibly long life.
Ready for this? Rambaldi.
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 Rambaldi. What did Rambaldi say?
Another Rambaldi mystery.